It's a Tuesday night at 8:05, and you know what that means. Well, maybe we're not going to be talking a whole lot about AEW as that's one of their phrases that they use, but you are here with Carl Carafel and Chris Best, and this is Turnbuckle Talk, proudly hosted by Turnbuckle Studios and the first show of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. The affiliation program is a place that is based online that will allow you to see what we do. And if you're interested, maybe become part of the affiliation program as well. Streaming down below, you can see the link. If you want to check it out for yourself, go and check out affiliationprogram.my.canva.site. Mr. Chris Best, it's good to see you. It's good to be here. I had a few little changes happen in the studio, which are seeming to work pretty well right now, and I'm very happy about it. But I want to know how you're doing.
I'm doing good. I've been having a hectic last couple of days. Spring cleaning has started early for me, so had to do something yesterday because my landlord had mentioned that he was coming in to replace the filters for my furnace.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I've got to do just the bare minimum cleaning, which was just clean my floor. But then I got on a roll and just started cleaning everything I could.
Right. Hey, and that takes over sometimes. I mean, it is coming into springtime here in this area. We may get our third winter, as they like to call it. It's very, very possible that we will, but I think that it is just about time for us to be done with winter and on to the spring. Bubba, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Part of the affiliation program as well. Very appreciative to have you here while you are watching NXT. And yeah, springtime is just about here. But for us with Turnbuckle Talk, it's showtime. I'm going to leave the ticker going down below so that everybody can see the affiliation program for us at affiliationprogram.my.canva.site so that you can go and check that out as well. Pardon me. It will need to be updated in the next day or so now that I have some time off. I will be getting to that. Bobby Petito, good to see you here. Please, if you are here, join in the conversation with us. We will show comments on screen as best as we possibly can. We would love to get your feedback as well. Mr. Best, what would you like to start with today?
You know what? I'm going to start with, I was telling you, Carl, I had a complaint that I wanted to lodge early in the show. So it's been announced where the Hall of Fame is going to take place. The Hall of Fame ceremony for 2025 is going to take place at Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, Friday, April 18th, which I'm fine with. I'm fine that it's taking place on a Friday. It's going to take place 9 p.m. Pacific. Tickets are already, I believe they're already on sale, or the sale starts tomorrow. WWE announced, how's it going, Throwback? Glad to see you in the chat. WWE announced that the event is going to take place at 9 p.m. Pacific. And I know that's a normal time for Las Vegas.
Well, Mr. Chris Best is kind of frozen up there a little bit. So I'm just going to give a few quick corrections here while we wait for him to come back. It's going to take place on Friday, April 18th at 10 p.m. Pacific time at the resort's 90,000 square foot theater. The tickets for it do go on sale in an exclusive pre-sale opportunity on Wednesday, March 12th at 11 a.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Pacific time. So taking a look at that, we are looking at the 10 p.m. start time, meaning for us in the Eastern time, it looks like it is going to be midnight before we get the chance. Yeah, he was he was frozen for sure. Thank you, Bobby, for saying welcome back. And Bobby talking to Bubba there as well. The ticker legs him out, apparently. Well, let me take the ticker off then, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, we'll take it off for now, just to see and just to be safe. Half of the people will be dead as hell, in brackets sleep. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, especially for us in the Eastern time zone who are maybe probably planning to stay up and watch it, it's going to be hell for us as well. But all of those other people that are there, a time zone change and going through, I mean, it's probably going to be absolutely insane for them. And it's interesting that they would want to start it at a time such as that, as 10 p.m. Absolutely insane. Let me recap here for you, Mr. Best. I'm being told that the ticker lags you out, so I'll keep the ticker off then. Bobby, thank you so much for liking the video. I won't have to sell rubber tires. Yes. So just quickly before you continue on with your rants, Mr. Best, I let everybody know that it's actually starting at 10 p.m. Pacific time on April the 18th in the Blue Live Theater, their 90,000 square foot theater that is there, and an exclusive pre-sale opportunity begins tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. Pacific. So going on that, 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Pacific means that for us, it is going to be midnight before it even starts, right?
Midnight, because you got to think they usually do a pre-show with the Hall of Fame as well. So that means like 1 o'clock to actually listen to the actual stories. And as I was saying before, Bray Wyatt came in and messed everything up on me here, because I literally had flickers and everything like that. I didn't see any QR codes or anything.
That would have been cool.
I get doing it at 10 p.m. Pacific because some UFC events have been held at that time, way back in the day. I'm saying, but to wait till 1 a.m. just to listen to stories, I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. I really don't.
Now, is this going to be something that is on Netflix for us as well in Canada, because everything for us goes to Netflix?
I can't remember. They said something on YouTube on Raw yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to say keep an eye out right now, because it could either be on YouTube or on Netflix.
Oh, I found it here. Sorry. It says the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony will stream live in the US on Peacock and WWE social channels starting at 10 p.m. Pacific or 1 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so that means YouTube.
Yeah. So hopefully that means that they're going to keep the video up for us and be able to rewatch it maybe the next day or a couple days afterwards, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know I'm saying this now that I may not be awake for that, but I probably actually will watch it.
Right. Yeah, it all depends. I mean, it really all depends. I know for myself, it wouldn't be very much for me to stay up. I mean, I'm usually up that long anyways for work, for my shoot job, but I don't know if I'm going to be working, if I'm going to be off, or what's going to be happening. I'm pretty sure that one of the bosses, the one that does the scheduling, knows that I'm a fan, knows that I do the podcasting, knows that I do commentary for CWE, and will probably give me that weekend, quote unquote, off anyways. But I can't guarantee that at this point. Yeah, I think it should be on Netflix as well. I think it will make its way to Netflix at some point. I don't think that it's going to be just exclusively to the social channels and that's it. I think that we will actually see it make its way to Netflix at some point, whether it's immediately after or whether it is during or a day later. We don't know right now.
I mean, I get why they're doing it on YouTube and all across their socials, because YouTube does reach a much wider audience than Netflix does, because Netflix still isn't available in all countries where YouTube is.
True. Very, very. Now, we do know 3 names already that will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. That is Paul Levesque, Triple H, Michelle McCool, and the newest that will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, as revealed to us by Cody Rhodes, and I guess Diamond Dallas Page as well, would be Lex Luger. So
I'm going to assume you didn't hear the tag team that's going in this year, obviously.
It still is not confirmed. I am taking all of this information right from WWE.com, and they have not confirmed that tag team as of yet.
And
all
that,
they
of course,
say is those 3, and all they have is just a picture of those 3, plus, or it says, and other inductees to be announced in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll hold off until we actually see that.
Yeah, but I'm all for that tag team going in, unless it's the other team I really want to go in. The other 2 teams, I should say, Demolition or the Fabulous Rougeaus.
Right. Either way, I personally think that this is shaping up to be a really nice class for the WWE Hall of Fame of 2025. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Bobby. Awesome to see Lex Luger in the WWE Hall of Fame. He did a lot of good stuff with the WWE, did good stuff with WCW as well. So
a lot of his on the new WWE's WCW channel, they've been uploading a lot of Lex Luger stuff there, and it's been fantastic to see.
Yeah, they definitely have been. And I think as well, like it's absolutely fantastic for that to happen. It's about time, maybe, I guess, is the right way to say things.
Yeah, he's more than likely going to be that tearjerker Hall of Fame, because I fully expect that with the work he's doing with DDP, he's going to get up and walk to accept that Hall of Fame induction.
Yes. And if everyone has not heard yet, we just broke the news for you. The WWE has created a YouTube channel for WCW, and the at for that is actually at WCW. So you could check out youtube.com/@WCW to get there. They have some full events that are on there. They have a live section that is just continuously playing. And I mean, I'm looking over it right now, and it is absolutely insane and beautiful. Everything that they've got here. So I'm happy about this, to be able to go back and watch some WCW.
I was waiting for it to come to Netflix, but I will take it going on YouTube.
Oh, definitely. Me too. You know what? We have the availability to do this. So I think we definitely will do this right now and scroll through as best we can so that we do not get copyright strikes. But there we go. We can see the WCW with full events. We have got recently released section there as well with, WCW Greed 2001 full event going on there. Full matches, so just singles matches, Nitro episodes up there as well, Thunder full episodes, pay-per-view events, legendary ones, Starrcade, Super Brawl, Spring Stampede, like they're all there.
I actually just watched Starrcade 93 the other day, and I couldn't believe how many guys that were wrestling then are still involved in the business. Regal was on that card.
Yeah. Regal was there on that card. Yeah. Bobby is asking, who do you guys think will induct Lex Luger? Before that, though, let's get to Jessica's comment saying, I hope Shawn Michaels inducts Triple H.
I think that's a given.
Yeah, I don't see it being anybody else than Shawn Michaels to induct, unless maybe it is Stephanie. And at that point, I think maybe Steph and Shawn would come together to collaboratively induct him.
I mean, The Rock, too. The Rock was one of Triple H's biggest feuds in Triple H's ascension to the main event.
Right. But it's Triple H we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we're really going to get any type of nostalgic per se with that type of thing. I think that it would definitely be somebody close to him, and probably the two closest in the business would be his wife and Shawn Michaels.
Now, going back to the Lex Luger question, there's only one name. The man called Sting.
Yeah, I think Sting would be a fantastic choice to induct Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame. But I think as well, why couldn't we have DDP do it?
DDP would be excellent too, because I mean, him and Lex have maintained a very close relationship since the closure of WCW.
Yeah. Hey, that's exactly it, right? And with everything that DDP is doing right now for Mr. Luger, I think it would kind of be fitting for him to have that opportunity to induct or to be presenter for the induction of Lex Luger going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Jessica is saying that that would be awesome. And I believe that comment is for Stephanie and Shawn Michaels inducting, because that came up as we were talking about that.
Yes.
I put up that other comment and I just shook my head. Baba, just shaking my head. Bobby saying DDP would be a great choice as well. Bobby, who do you want to see? And everyone else that is in the chat right now, who do you want to see induct Lex Luger into the WWE Hall of Fame? We still haven't seen it yet, but I think it would be great if the WWE did a referee section.
Yep.
And at some point, I can see them doing, not that I like the idea, but I think the idea would be perfect if they had a WCW section and an ECW section for those stars who have made amazing careers from being in either one of those companies that are now owned by the WWE and essentially now owned by Endeavor, right?
You just blew open the doors for who now I now want to see in the Hall of Fame with the mention of ECW having its own wing. I mean,
right?
Taz, Sandman, Sabu, Raven, the Dudley Boys, even though they're already in.
Right.
The
Francine.
Eliminators. The Eliminators.
Francine.
Yep.
Like, come on. You know what I mean?
My most favorite tag team from ECW, the Impact Players.
Right? Right? And how about those juggalos from ICP?
You know what? There's a lot of hatred to those guys, but I respect what they contributed to the wrestling business. So I could see them going in even as part of the celebrity wing of the WWE.
True. I'd be cool with that if it happened. I enjoy some Insane Clown Posse. I definitely do. Move along to another story. One that takes somebody away from the ring, but this is something that this person wanted. They will be retiring from in-ring competition and transitioning into coaching in NXT. Having spent time in both WWE and AEW, Sean Spears brings a lot of knowledge to the business and to the NXT roster. He's done many different roles. He's had many different places that he's been. I think that he has really learned and honed in on storytelling, in-ring psychology. He's really been able to capture and incorporate everything that should be in an entertainment and an entertainer within professional wrestling. So to see what he can bring to the table as a coach in NXT kind of has me excited.
Yeah, I'm intrigued too, but I don't see it happening for a little while just yet because he just won the NXT North American title. He has been making that transition. He's already been like giving advice to all the people who are at the PC right now. And I feel like he's got a wealth of knowledge. I mean, you take a look at how long we've seen him wrestle just on WWE and AEW. He's been a part of, on my screen, at least for the better part of 12 years. So
yeah.
I'm tremendously excited. I think that he brings, like, again, I said, that wealth of knowledge. He's been around the world. He's been around the block. He's a guy you want to keep if you need a trainer. He's one of those dudes for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just so that everybody knows, this is all a speculatory statement right now. This has not been a full confirmed, but this is the stories that are making their way around right now. And I've seen it in a few different places, so I'm putting a little bit of truth onto that. Not that it's going to be happening right away, but I think that's within probably the next little while. So,
because I was going to say, because he just won the NXT North American Championship. So
helping out Brooks Jensen as well on NXT. Yeah, for sure.
So, he's from the stories I'm hearing from the people in the NXT locker room, he's been one of those guys that like, and I've been one of those guys in the locker room too, where a guy would come up to me and be like, "Hey, I have this finish for this match. What do you think?" He's been that type of dude, you know?
Right. Which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, why not go to somebody who's like you said, over a decade, like 12 years, right? Better part of 12 years that this person has been in the business and worked for multiple different companies. He's got an idea of, what the WWE is looking for sure. He's got an idea of what like AEW would be looking for. Any place that he's worked, everywhere you work has a different expectation. out of their talent.
Right.
And he knows what that expectation is. Nothing wrong with that at all for him to transition into that type of a role and continue on within the business, not wrestling anymore.
Yeah. It'll be sad the day he goes, but I would like to see him before he hangs up the boots to have a successful main roster run, at least for a year or two, you know?
Right. I don't see it happening. I'm gonna put it that way. I don't see it happening.
Right now he's very content working in NXT.
Right. Somebody that I think we won't see, well, at least anytime soon, on the main or the WWE or even in NXT, is someone who has wrestled their last match with TNA back in the February tapings and is no longer under contract with TNA. Although this person is grateful for the opportunities that came his way, he is excited to see what's next. And then leaves an email address for business inquiries. A very short-lived run in TNA, but did amazing things with MLW, and we're talking Alex Hammerstone. He is no longer with TNA. He opted to leave instead of the company not re-signing him.
I said it last year when he signed with TNA, and I'm going to say it again this year. I want Hammerstone in WWE. I really do. I love the dude.
I 100% agree with that. I unfortunately don't think that we're going to be seeing that, at least not anytime soon.
Well, we also talked about, like, because Hammerstone's been around the world and then some as well. We talked about him about Sean Spears doing training. Hammerstone is another perfect body that you can have at the PC should he decide not to wrestle and go down that avenue.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the one great match in NXT, and I that left me wanting more of him in NXT.
Oh, of course, and I wish that that more people would be able to see that, and really kind of understand. I think if you really want to get a great understanding of who Alex Hammerstone is and what he can do inside of that ring, you can, like, take a look at the match that he had with Tony D'Angelo. But go and check out what he's done with MLW, with Major League Wrestling.
Specifically,
he was the world champion there for a while.
Yeah, specifically the matches he had with Alex Kane.
Yes.
Definitely check those matches out.
Yeah. I think that would be a great idea too, Bobby. Scott D'Amore has reopened up Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, and Hammerstone could be an amazing name to come in for a couple of matches for that as well. I think this upcoming show that he's got is pretty stacked right now. For Maple Leaf Pro, but there's no reason why he couldn't be included in future shows.
You're talking about the one he's doing at Maple Leaf Gardens there?
Yeah.
That's a stacked show. I want tickets to go, but I don't got the money to go down there.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to find it here real quick while we can. Maple Leaf Gardens.
Well, they call it Mattamy Athletic Center now.
Yeah.
But we still faithfully call it the Gardens.
Yeah, 100% we do. Jeez. Okay, so that's the Forged in Excellence, which is Yeah, I guess there's a couple different shows that he's going to be doing already.
Yeah, there was another show announced for Windsor earlier today, but I didn't get a lot of information on that one. At least I saw
March
it earlier
14th
today.
and 15th in the St. Clair College. Headed to Toronto. Here it is. Let's see if they got the information inside here. No, nothing that I'm seeing right now. Their website, unfortunately, is not giving us any information. MLPwrestling.com is where you can go for that. Giving us some information about the Forged in Excellence show, but I'm not seeing which show the Forged in Excellence one is.
Right.
But for that show, at least, okay, I'm gonna throw out some names that are gonna be coming to that show. Holy crap! I'm still scrolling, and it's still Forged in Excellence. Mauro Ranallo, he's the voice. He's the voice of Maple Leaf Pro, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm great with that. El Phantasmo is going to be there. We are looking at Athena.
Oh.
Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena. X Division Champion Mike Bailey. That's an interesting one, considering it's TNA or Impact Wrestling.
Actually, Speedball is not a part of TNA anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But they,
you know what I mean? Like they're using that verbiage right on here. X Division Champion Mike Bailey is what there's being used. Don Callis is going to be there. Stu Grayson is going to be there. Ooh. Alex Zane, Jake Something, Aiden Prince, Mackenzie Michelle, Darren McCarty. Does that name sound familiar?
Hockey player.
Yep.
That's when I saw that announcement, that surprised me, and I'm like, that's what intrigued me to like almost want to buy tickets, because I'm like, what the heck is Darren McCarty going to do at this event?
Darren McCarty's been wrestling.
That's when I went down a rabbit hole and found some of his matches.
Yeah. Rohit Raju, El Reverso, Shupinder Gujar is going to be there. Bully Ray, Trevor Lee, Taylor Rising, Kylie Ray,
sold.
Raj Singh, Kushida, Rocky
sold.
Romero, Harley Cameron, Johnny Swinger, Raj Desi. Like, it's already stacked, man.
You had me sold at Kushida. Then you mentioned Rocky Romero, and I'm like, yep, I'm in.
Right? Right? Oh. That's for what's this here? Bub is asking a question there. The one that I just all talked about there with all those different stars. I'm not seeing anything about the tickets right now, but it says the tickets are available online at mlpwrestling.com. And they're through Everbright.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've got NXT on my screen right now, and there's I can't hear what they're saying, but there's a talk right now between The Undertaker and Obafemi.
Oh. Well, thank goodness that it is on Netflix, and you'll be able to go back and watch it.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah, I guess tickets start at $32.40 Canadian, Bubba. Starting at that price. If you want general admission for both nights, it is showing like $45 general admission for both nights. Let me see what we can do here as well. General admission area. And I'm not seeing like really anything else that's available right now. As much as I would like there to be, it's really not given a whole lot, unfortunately. And that's going through the Everbright website as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all I'm seeing is just GA tickets right now. You click on buy on the map, and it really doesn't even give you very much more either. It just still only gives you the general admission. It won't let you click on any of the actual seats to check out. So,
okay, so it's not like when I bought tickets, my ticket for Our Lady Peace, then where I was able to see my seat before I bought it.
Right. Well, no. So this one here actually has seating that's around the ring and the ramp, and then above that it has general admission. So that's probably a different section, a general admission, maybe standing room, I would figure.
Yeah.
Instead of seating. So yeah, it really isn't very much more information on that right now. Yeah. We talked about people leaving the ring. A couple people leaving the ring. What about somebody who wants to make his way back into the ring?
Yeah.
To fight alongside his daughter.
Yeah, we've got there's new stories have been swirling around. Santino Marella might be gearing up for another run in the ring, but this time he wants his daughter Ariana Grace by his side. The former WWE star, who currently serves as the on-screen authority figure for TNA Wrestling, revealed that management has approached him about making an in-ring return. Okay, I just got shocked by the next sentence here because I didn't realize he was this old. The 50-year-old Santino Marella is still active. For 50, he looks goddamn healthy. He looks great for 50.
Yeah.
Having last competed in February at an independent event in Italy, he also took a super kick from Nick Nemeth on TNA Impact while speaking at a Johnny One Pro show event. Marella opened up about conversations he has had with TNA officials regarding a potential comeback. And he quotes here, "I really feel good, so I never intended on ever kind of considering having a wrestling career again, like the actual wrestling side. But after speaking with management last week at TNA, and they're like, man, you're moving really good. You're having these matches. You want to wrestle?" And I was like, I want to wrestle with my daughter, not against her, but with her. And they go, yeah, that we're thinking that at the very least, but also feel like a little run. And I was like, he swears, he S word. All right, let's do it, man. I wrote it until the wheels fell off. And then I found out that they can put the wheels back on. So let's do it again. End quote. This excites me. I mean, like, we've seen father-son tag teams as Ray and Dominic in specific, but never a father-daughter tag team. And this actually excites me a little bit. I would love anything to see Santino come back in the ring and just one more time hit that Cobra.
Right? Yeah. I'm surprised that you didn't even say that or quote that in, like Santino Marella voice.
I can't do that accent. I've tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. But what does matter is Santino Marella contemplating coming back into the ring. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you're okay, so he's 50 years old.
Yeah.
If he can still move, can still go, and is willing to do so, let's let him. And if he wants to have something, even if it's a one-off matchup that he can have with his daughter in a mixed tag match, how cool is that? And I say, let it happen.
I 100% agree with you. And I thought of like one of his opponents who would easily protect him in the ring. And he already mentioned taking a super kick from him, but Nick Nemeth would protect him. And I think that they've put on decent matches in the past, so they can do it right there in TNA. So
yeah, oh yeah, for sure they could. For sure they could. We will see if this happens, and if it does, I'm hoping that it's on a big stage.
I'll be watching.
Big stage. That's where I want it. Well, big enough stage, okay? I'm not saying that we need to, make something special just for WrestleMania for this to happen, but let's put it onto something bigger.
Well, TNA's big stage is Bound for Glory, so
true. But I think with this being, it would once again be a collaboration, right? So I think that the WWE would want it to be on a WWE show because they're, incorporating the WWE superstar of Ariana Grace. Maybe.
Yeah, but we've also, as I'm watching TNA wrestler Moose make his way into an NXT ring right now, there's that partnership,
Right, on WWE programming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's where your big coverage is going to be.
And you know what? You may be right there. To be fair, not trying to separate the wrestling fans, but the TNA fans would know him more for the authority figure, whereas WWE side would know him more for the wrestler, the comedy, the attempt at the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion run, the Honky Donkey Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, again, I'm very cool and very happy with that, and I think that it is absolutely fantastic that we're going to see or possibly see Santino Marella and the comedy that he can bring come through again. Who goes against Santino and Ariana Grace? I don't know, but I think I'm going to leave that for Brace for Impact, where Bubba Duke is going to be covering this as well on the show Brace for Impact that we have here on the Turnbuckle Studios network. So check out Brace for Impact and find out an answer to that, to who goes against Santino Marella and Ariana Grace, or at least a speculation for it, for sure. And who knows, maybe it'll be comedic. Almost as comedic. Hello, Chris Parrish. No, not Chris Parrish isn't comedic. I love you, Chris.
He can be sometimes, though.
Sometimes. Almost as comedic as this next story. I understand collaborations and I understand partnerships and I understand working different things to be able to get your product and your business out there. This is something that I have never considered coming together in my entire 43 years on this planet. But we are apparently going to be traveling to the 80s at a grilled cheese festival that is going to be partnering up with the National Wrestling Alliance. What?
That's what you're making the same face I did when I found this article this afternoon. I'm like, I didn't even know there was a grilled cheese festival, but I guess there's got to be a festival for everything.
But I need to be there for grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Like
it's just like when we have poutine, the Poutine Fest here in our town.
Yep.
Which that sounds really Canadian, by the way that I said that. But no, this I was confused at a festival for grilled cheese, but the NWA coming in and doing a wrestling event, that's cool, actually. Go and enjoy some grilled cheese while watching the NWA. They're going to be doing the event April 12th and April 13th. The champions of the NWA will compete on both days of those events. So that would mean Tom Latimer, the current NWA World's Champion, will be there.
Yep.
NWA Women's World and Women's World Tag Team Champion Kenzie Page will be there. NWA World Tag Team Champions Knox and Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch. But is that Mike Knox?
I'm not. I do not know. That is what I will say.
Okay, because I thought he retired some years ago after Shawn Michaels kicked him and said, "Who is that?" Natalia Markova, Brian Idol, the Thrillbilly, Silas Mason, NWA World TV Champion Carson Drake, NWA US Tag Team Champions, the Country Gentlemen, and more will all be there. So basically, most of NWA's top guys are going to be at this show. This is something that you get. Tickets are on sale right now at sackgrilledcheese.com.
So say that again.
Sackgrilledcheese, all one word, .com.
It's short for Sacramento. I get it.
Yeah,
it's just funny.
Yeah,
we're gonna sack that grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay, that even sounds pro wrestling. We're gonna sack that grilled cheese. We're gonna sack it right to them.
Why does that sound like a promo Roman Reigns would have cut around the time he was doing the Suffer and Succotash stuff?
Right. Bobby Batito, thank you. Yes, it is Mike Knox.
I literally thought he retired years ago.
People
good on,
so
good
did
on
Ric
him.
Flair.
Yeah,
like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
But no, it's an interesting combination. Like it now makes me think CWE, since we do Poutine Fest, why don't you guys come and do an event here as part of it? Do it at the pavilion if you can. I think an outdoor show in the summer for the CWE would be awesome.
I think so as well. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that so I know the guy that runs Poutine Feast. So when he's here, I might be able to drop some information for him and get him into contact, get each one of them talking, and maybe get something put together for that. Because how cool would that be to have a professional wrestling ring out there in the middle of Poutine Feast? Yeah.
There's a lot of people I know who can't make it to CWE shows, but I've seen them at Poutine Fest who would love to see that.
Yeah, rubber mats, 100%. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rubber mats and put, barricade around because, yeah.
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 we don't want another incident like the Too Cold Scorpio episode CWE show.
Yeah. Speaking of something that is blowing my mind right now. The WrestleCon Super Show is happening April 17th, 2025. We have a guest enforcer for a matchup. That guest enforcer is Dan the Beast Severn. As we get a matchup between Murder Grandpa Minoru Suzuki and, wait for it, Butterbean.
This worries me for Butterbean's health.
Oh,
it really does. I mean, like we were talking Lex Luger earlier. He's also doing the DDPY stuff with DDP.
Yeah.
His health has not been the greatest in the last couple of years.
I shouldn't laugh like that, but that was funny. I'm sorry.
But to step in there against Murder Grandpa, that's no. I mean, I'm no. I don't want to. We're gonna see a murder, people. Butterbean's done.
We're gonna see a murder by a grandpa.
Yeah,
murder grandpa. Minoru Suzuki.
Minoru can still go, and Butterbean, maybe he can still go. I don't know.
I don't know.
But like I said, I've been following his stuff on the DDP Yoga channel.
Yeah,
and If he's been cleared by docs, as Bubba is saying in the chat, by all means, but I still have a lot of concerns for his health and safety.
Yeah.
Bobby Stats is asking who's the next wrestler that's going to be joining us on the CWE tour. That would be the masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Yeah, in just a couple short weeks. I think over the next, maybe next week. Unfortunately, next week, I already know. Pretty sure it's next week already. I'm going to double check this, but to my understanding, next week I will not be here for Turnbuckle Talk or for the Raw Patrol, which honestly saddens me. But I got to make a living as well. So yeah, next week I will not be available, but maybe next week you guys can talk about that and discuss.
Yep, it's already going to be on next week's docket because I expect that the match reveal will be announced tomorrow. So
I'm figuring so as well. So that'll be great. Bobby, stick around for that. I know you will. You'll be here. You'll be here. I know you will be. Yeah, to find out more about the card that will be happening for CWE, Canadian Wrestling's Elite, with special guest Chris Masters. We're getting real close here to our finale for this show. It's not just a finale because, well, we are part of the professional wrestling world. We have to make sure that we call this apropos to one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. This is our Showstopper segment. On his feet. Oh my God in heaven. Showstopper segment. This is a pretty big one right now that kind of brings to light how quickly rumors can start be passed around. Give me a little bit more info on that, Chris.
So Shinsuke Nakamura recently lost his U.S. title to one L.A. Knight Yara on the March 7th edition of SmackDown, bringing his third reign with the U.S. title to an end at 97 days. Following that loss, rumors just started going off the wall that the 2018 Royal Rumble winner could be done with the WWE when his contract ends. It was also suggested that Nakamura could make his return to New Japan Pro Wrestling in time to be part of his former tag team partner turned rival Tanahashi's retirement tour. Tanahashi will get in the ring for the last time at 2026's Wrestle Kingdom on January 4th of next year. Speaking with, I don't want to mention that his name, but there's been this person has received a denial that it's not happening. It was reported by Fightful Select that it's also not happening. Wrestling Observer has also been reporting that it's not happening. But there was also other sides of the story, and because I can't remember what publication he works for, but Wade Keller had reported that he was leaving.
Okay.
But this is just the start of this is how rumors fly, and you have to pay attention to what's going on as far as the media sources go. And when the news came to my attention, I of course went on the Google machine and searched it all up. Couldn't find anything that corresponded with that other than the one report, and I believe that was Wade Keller. Somebody had actually misquoted what Wade Keller had reported.
Okay.
So in my but at the same time, when it comes to this kind of stuff, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire, you know?
True. Sometimes.
So I'm just trying to look this up to get some more information on this story.
Yeah. It's just very quick for something like that to happen.
Okay. Wade Keller works for PW Torch. I just realized that.
Oh, PW Torch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was reported then by Wade Keller that Nakamura was on his way out of the WWE soon, and that his U.S. title rematch with LA Knight was originally planned for WrestleMania 41. However, supposedly that match was moved up to an earlier SmackDown this month instead. Thus far, there appears to be no evidence that Wade Keller reported this. Okay, so that's what's going on. Is the rumors are saying that Wade Keller reported it? He did not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's no evidence that Wade Keller reported this on the PW Torch podcast, which is where it happened. Fightful Select also later reported that after asking about the topic with WWE, no one had heard anything to lend credibility to the rumor that Nakamura was not leaving the company. So he is staying with the WWE. And to be fair, a lot of people were shocked at this, and I was shocked at this too, because I know Nakamura is actually, he's happy there.
Yeah, of course. I don't see why anybody wouldn't be at this point.
Right. I mean, they're giving him the schedule that he wants, because right now Nakamura is getting up there in the age as well. He's been around 21 years, I think, almost.
About that, yep.
Because I actually remembered I just watched a New Japan match where he wrestled Brock Lesnar when Brock was there. So I think he's happy with what he's doing within the WWE. They're doing things right by him, in my personal opinion, as far as booking him and letting him have these backstage promos where it's translated and he can speak in his native tongue.
Right.
He's also had some very intriguing storylines, specifically with LA Knight, and I'm intrigued to see more of him in the WWE. So at this stage in the game, he's not going anywhere, folks.
Nope. No need. No need for him to. Bobby's saying, hopefully we see more of Shinsuke Nakamura on WWE. I mean, we got to remember as well, with him being in the business so long and getting up there in age as well, we can't continue to use those people all the time, because we're just going to injure them. Then they're going to be gone for such a long time that people are going to forget about them and who they are. And then it's going to be nothing after that for them. If we use them sparingly, put them into 97-day title reigns, okay, cool. Right? You know what I mean? Then we're not overexerting them, so that we are able to keep them for longer. And I think that's where a lot of these other contracts are starting to come in with, smaller dates, good money, smaller amount of dates, not being used as much, but still being relevant enough to be able to hold on to championships and top tier status. But this year, people, really shows you how quickly rumors can start and spread. So always make sure that you are doing your research as well. There are a number of different outlets that are out there and available for that. Make sure that you are taking a look at them, weighing out each and every one of them to be able to find the proper news. Now, if you're getting, 4 or 5 different sites that are all reporting the same or have the similar information to them, then it's probably something that's going to be credible. But I want to warn you as well, we have to watch out for that, because a lot of these news sources that are out there will simply copy and paste what someone else has put out there, and sometimes not citing that they got it from this source. So we can see the exact same wording going on in different places. And even though we do, does not mean that it is the full truth. It just means that this is what is out there right now. But always make sure that you're searching for the truth.
Because as one Fox Mulder once said, the truth is out there.
Yes, it is. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us tonight. This has been absolutely fantastic. The engagement that is here has been beautiful as well. And we urge you all, go and check out all of the shows that are available here throughout the week and get involved and engaged with them as well. If you are following us on YouTube, please make sure that you are leaving us a thumbs up on that. Please make sure that you share us out to your friends as well, because, well, I think everybody deserves to have a little bit of good content in their life, and that is exactly what we strive to do. Here is where you can see all the shows that we have available for you here on Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And if you're still unsure as to where to go for everything, again, check out affiliationprogram.my.canva.site, and that has information there on each one of us that are part of the affiliation program and links to each one of our social sites available for you. On behalf of Chris Best and myself, Carl Carafel, we want to thank you for being part of this broadcast here today. And we want to thank you in advance for checking out the affiliation program.my.canva.site to find out all the information about where we are. Remember, everyone, the world's a scary place. Take care of each other.